15 line. 15 line.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Keep it up, guys. Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Clifford. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now Anderson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open man is Darius Felton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Go now. 90 Wolf.
First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Screen play, Anderson. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Ready to break. 20. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 25, check 25. Wall, get wall. Get it.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On the ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Wilson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Give better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Geis with the carry on second down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Off the play fake. Clifford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Let's go. Let's go. 15, Ronnie. 15 now. Hey, I-7.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ford. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4, and Anderson's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Anderson a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rodney Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set. 58, somebody. Go. Go. Lead Griffin.
They'll run on first down. Chandler, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
80 weapon. 58, right on 5.
Now a run with Geis. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check 99, check 99. Slam, slam, slam.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, though. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Doris Felton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Now left side on the swing pass. Room here to run. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play. There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Deep river, deep river.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the safety creep.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They run with Geis, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
2nd and 9 now. Off to Geis on the screen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
To throw on 3rd down, Clifford. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Go! 10-2 stop. Rabbit. Switch. Whip. Go.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Clifford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because, really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, it's Chandler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Clifford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. On first down, he'll drop it to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They run, Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. And
they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll try and run with Wilson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeff Wilson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Off play action. Clifford. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Thomas. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Let's get this.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Go! 60 out more.